Good afternoon, Boulder Rotary. Bob Stunkel is live in Sarasota, Florida, and he is going to lead us in the pledge and the four-way test.
Greetings. In this vital time, we are invited to join in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And in the four-way test, of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you, Bob. I hope it's as sunny in Florida as it is here today. So 103 years ago today, it's kind of hard to imagine, but the founding members of our club probably never imagined the fact that we would have members live from Florida doing the pledge and the four-way test. So here on our 103rd birthday of the Boulder Rotary Club, we are a virtual access, multi-access club. We can have attendees from across the world, and we are proud to say that. In honor of our 103rd birthday, I'd like to have our esteemed District Governor Ray Anderson come up and talk a few minutes about the district, what's going on with the district, and just to get your general thoughts about Rotary in general.
Well, thank you, Chad, and it's marvelous to be here. This is a wonderful venue, and I have to say, at this point in time in my visits of the club, this is the tallest or highest I've been. So that gives me a great view of the audience. So a couple things. One of the highlights of being district governor is that, and it's mandatory, but it's actually one of the biggest benefits, and that is getting ready, able to go around to all the clubs, because in my position, by the end of my year, I will have had the opportunity to probably meet 90% of the members of the district, and there's few others that can say that. So this is a real privilege to be able to be with you, and on the day that you're celebrating your 103rd birthday. 1919, kind of interesting coincidence. I think they were probably wrapping up the Spanish flu in 1919, possibly, and here we are, hopefully at the end, of our pandemic. So that's a great thing. Shout out to your members that are past district governors, Jack Rummel, who I, of course, had the opportunity to meet, and then Norris Hermsmeyer, a good friend, and has provided a lot of good advice and guidance over the years since I've been a member of Rotary in 1997. I'm a member of the Highlands Ranch Club, and so we send greetings from that club to all of you, and your club has so much going on in the district. I know that if I tried to go down the list, it would probably include all the members of the club that have been involved in the district, but I want to shout out to Mike Brady, one of the assistant governors, one of 12 in the district. We keep talking to Mike about standing up here in my position, but maybe that will come in time. And then it's just terrific. I see that Cassidy's in the room too, that's going to be following Chad, so that's great as well. And then there's Sally Brown, your past president. I don't know if she's here today, but a big thank you to her for heading up, along with J.D. Crones, the fire relief. And of course, I saw some of that coming up. And then I don't see Michael McHale. I think maybe he's already moved to California. I can't tell you, he and Candace Cole started out taking over from Amy and Connie as our co-trainers for the district, and They just did a terrific job. Candace moved on because she had lost her home in the fire in East Troublesome up in Grand County, and of course Michael has taken another position. But they really did quite a bit in getting our training program for the district off. I don't see Deborah Kelly in the room, but her and I served as assistant governors for several years. And I'm not sure if Charlotte Rome is here. I didn't see her, but Charlotte has played a major role in our district membership team. So, and I always enjoy Carl Tinsman's hat. Where are you, Carl? I've got a hat just like that, different color, so always easy to recognize you, and thank you for all you do. So, moving on just quickly, I know Mike Brady said that he's going to do a little advertisement regarding our district conference coming up the end of this month, so thank you, Mike, for doing that and for that promotion. I'm really excited about that. It's empowering youth, and the reason for that is that we all know that youth in our district and around the world, but in our community have been affected by the pandemic as they've had to stay away from school. So we've got a number of speakers coming to talk about that, including a group of interactors from our district that will come and share some of their thoughts. And of course, we're going to have a house of friendship that you all can set up on Friday afternoon, so there's a half table available to you as well. Right now, the latest numbers in the district is we have 2,657 members in the district. We've had our struggles, as everybody has, keeping members, but I will tell you that we are consistently within our combined zone, which is Western United States, including part of Alaska and Canada. We consistently, as a district, stay up with the top 5 as far as growth. So we're very proud about that. Also, I wanted to thank all of you that participated and signed the petition for the license plate. I'm here to tell you that we got word from the Department of Revenue and Motor Vehicles that we don't need to send any more signatures. So we got our 3,000, and thank you all for your support on that. It's been a project that's taken about 2.5 years to put together. Becky Smith, District Governor from Southern Colorado, 5470, and I were sitting at a PETS conference a couple years ago and decided we should take a stab at that. And so here we are. So a few more meetings with committees downtown, and then we'll go before the legislature for a vote. So a couple other things that I wanted to call to your attention that are timely and in the Rotarian magazine. Please look at the inside leaf of the magazine for April. It really does a wonderful job of describing not only what Rotary's doing, but as far as Shelter Box and some of the other organizations that we're affiliated with. Thank you, Carl. It's a big effort, and there's a number of ways you can give, and there's a number of clubs that are starting their own initiatives. All this is good. So do that. And then for those of you that have been in Rotary as long as I have, there's an article toward the back about Cliff Docterman. And those of you that remember Cliff, it was impossible to leave a room without laughing and having a sincere appreciation of Rotary. And then also in the magazine, a very wonderful article about the situation going in Ukraine and interviews with people that are on the ground there, as well as kind of a historical benchmark. The other thing I wanted to mention is just a reminder about the international conference coming up in June in Houston. I share that I have to laugh because I missed going to Honolulu, and then I missed Taiwan, and now I get to be in Houston in June. And I've been there. I have a background in the oil and gas industry, so I've done my stint in Houston. But this time around, I was smarter. I'm in a hotel that has an air-conditioned catwalk across to the convention center. So I know you as a club, and I won't say anything more. If there's a question or two, I'd be happy to take them. But your club is an instrumental part of this district. And you all know that. I mean, you provide leadership to our district in so many ways. And so I thank you for that, and people like Mike Brady and past assistant governors. They make this job so much easier. There are ears and eyes of what's going on in the district. I realized on taking this position, having been an assistant governor, that when you get to be district governor, you're a little higher up than you might think you are, and you don't necessarily hear everything that's going on. And so we appreciate all the assistant governors. I don't want to take any more time, but is there a question or two or something that I haven't covered that you'd like to know about? It's great to know that I cover everything, so you don't have any questions. Thank you all for your time. Chad, thank you. It was great meeting Chad's dad. It was a real pleasure. Those of you who know Chad, they have a wonderful sense of camaraderie, and brings back memories of my dad. And so that was nice to meet you. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, DG Ray. I'm not sure what you guys talked about, but I'm going to give the credits here, and we're going to call it a meeting, okay? April Fools, everyone. Next, we have George Garmany, who is going to introduce today's guests in the room, and then Vanessa will introduce today's guests on Zoom.
Thank you. Will any visiting Rotarians or visitor sponsors please stand to be recognized? That's a small crowd today.
Thank you, Dr. Garmany, and I'd like everybody to help me welcome a friend and I go way back. We've known each other at least 20 minutes now, and it's Mr. Paul Chang. He's a director of software development at Melco in Westminster. He's a resident of Boulder, he's been here some time, and apparently had some friends whose child attended RILA, came back with it, the experience being life-changing, and so he's interested in the club, and I want you all help welcome. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's great to see everybody on this beautiful day. A number of you have noted how busy we've been at the District Attorney's Office, and that's certainly true. But the reason we've been able to navigate each one of the challenges that have come our way are these outstanding leaders and people in the DA's office, such as Elena Shively. So I have the privilege of introducing Elena today. She's a guest of Bobby Brown, but Bobby graciously asked me to introduce Elena, who is a tremendous person and leader and responds to every one of the crises that Boulder County faces. She's also the leader of our incredibly successful restorative justice and diversion program, which was started by our fellow Rotarian and friend, Stan Garnett. And Elena does an incredible job of that. She's also on the ballot this year to be our next county commissioner, along with Claire Levy and Mark DeLocamine, who both have voiced their strong support for Elena. So I encourage you to get to know Elena, and I'm proud to introduce her today.
Thank you. Welcome. I'll hold this for you if you want.
I would be glad. Hi, I'm really happy to get to introduce, I'm going to say her name right, Susan Carabello, and we've just met, but she is the person I really look forward to introducing later as a member of Rotary. So this is Susan Carabello, and I also want to say something to the Shiveleys. I was a counselor and teacher all through the 60s at Fairview. And you couldn't be around Fairview and not know Shiveleys. And I'm thrilled to have you running. And nice to be here. Please meet her. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm getting to you, Marty.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dave Sampson. Dave is the new, am I doing this right?
You did fine, yeah.
Oh, good.
Look at the camera.
You look at the camera. That one, yeah. Dave is the new true development advancement director of all things of that sort. And he and our speaker had worked together for about 5 years. So when we realized that she was speaking and you had this connection, it was logical for you to come. So the only problem is that we already now have one more true new member Mrs. Scott Gresser, and this is fine, except that we would also like to have Dave. But in the spirit of Rotary sharing, we're probably going to have to share and let him go to another club in Boulder, although we'd like to claim you too. So you come back. Thank you.
Thank you. And now for our guests online.
Hello, hello. Okay. Sorry, I would like to introduce all of our guests who are joining us via Zoom today. When I call on you, would you mind unmuting yourself and saying hi? We'd like to welcome Dominica again, if you would like to say hi.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am past President Dominica from the Rotary Club of Montego Bay in District 7020. It's great to be with you again, and today is particularly special because this morning I received a banner, which was, and I especially like to thank Cassidy, whose idea it was. I don't know if my banner that I sent you has arrived yet. I suspect not, I haven't heard. But I hope the Montego Bay banner reaches you before too long. Thank you, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, and thanks for always joining us every week. We really appreciate it. And then lastly, Terry Hermsmeyer.
Hi. I just had heard about the program. I'm Norris's wife, and I'm also a Rotarian with the Boulder Flatirons.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the program. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining, whether you're here in the room or on Zoom. This is the best place to be on a Friday afternoon. I'd like to extend a thank you to John Sullivan for covering for me last week while I was out. Thank you, John. While I was out, I was in Lisbon, Portugal. We received news that there were fires burning in Boulder, Colorado once again. And it was kind of strange being so far away to hear that news. And shortly after I heard the news, I also heard the additional news that there were Rotarians checking in on other Rotarians. Why? Because that's what we do. So thank you for everybody who was looking out for everybody. One point of an announcement here, we're getting a lot of traction and a lot of publicity on the 9 Mile Pillars project. We recently had the conference and the forum at the Museum of Boulder. In today's 50-plus marketplace, there is a piece written by Bill Meyer on protecting and preserving the 9 Mile Pillars. There are copies of this over on the table, so be sure to grab one and take a look at this. It's really tremendous that we're getting this much publicity. So thank you, Bill, for that. One other piece of great news, another Bill that we all know, Bill Anderson, is out of town, so it's a great day to hold a raffle. And the winner is 725509. 725509, and I know it can't be Bill. There is no Anderson Gate today. We got a winner. Congratulations. Thank you, Christina, for promoting the raffle there. Next up, Vanessa and Kitty are going to talk about the Service Above Self dinner.
Hi, everyone. The 2022 Service Above Self nominees are Mike Helbrun, Trudy Close, Dawn Cerrone, Helen Forster, and Bob Morehouse, along with Brad Hambelt, who will be our student nominee. So please give a big round of applause for these people. I want to remind y'all that this event is May 6th at the Boulder Country Club at 5:30, and tickets are $100 a person or $1,000 for 10 people for a table. We look forward to having you all come, and Vanessa is going to explain to us how we can go online and buy our tickets or do them through our phone. So thank you.
Thank you. All righty, everybody. Bear with me because I don't really like being up here too much. So we have launched Mobile Course, which is an online and event fundraising software to facilitate ticket purchases and donations and sponsorships. You can do all of these things. So if you want to take out your phones right now, it's the one time you can take out your phones. You can open your text box on your phone and you can text to 41444, and in the actual message that you want to send, you're going to send BRG Gala, G-A-L-A 2022, and it should pop up a Mobile Course campaign page with all of our information. I could show you. Let me do that. Did you see it? Is anybody doing it? All right. And it's like, yes, exactly. And there's information on the table of how to do that. You can also find information on our website and in the rib about going online to the web page. You just click the link and it takes you straight there. And there's another way that you can do this, which is by the QR code, which is sitting on your table. Put your phone above it, click on the little link that you see, and that will also take you there. It's really simple. You can purchase tickets, donate, and actually do sponsors. If you don't want to use that, contact Kitty and we'll figure that out via check. Okay, any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for your presentation. The key word for me is moderation.
Everything in moderation, including moderation. That's my
You heard it here first, folks. So, as I mentioned earlier, last week I was in Lisbon, Portugal, and I had the opportunity to do one of the things that I most love to do when I travel, and that is to attend a meeting at the Lisbon International Rotary Club. So when I went to look for Rotary clubs to attend, I found that there was only one that was not Portuguese speaking. It just so happened that it was in French. So I have a pretty proficient use of the French language. I can speak it fairly well. I can understand it less well, and I can read it pretty decent as well. So Fred, you want to pull up the slides? Just to give you a couple of visuals here, the Lisbon International Rotary Club lost their meeting facility during COVID. Their hotel closed down. So right now, this 6-year-old club is in the process of kind of rotating their meetings. Sometimes it's a dinner meeting. They don't meet every week. Sometimes they'll meet for breakfast. Sometimes they'll meet for lunch. So I had the honor of attending a dinner meeting at and I don't want to mess this up, it was at the Gremio Litario in the Chiado region neighborhood of Lisbon. And this facility was created in 1846 by a royal charter from Queen Maria II. Today it's a club for writers. So when I arrived, I was ushered into the Red Room, and I was quickly offered an aperitif where the choice was red wine, white wine, or a sherry. So I opted for a sherry. And soaking wet from the pouring rain in Lisbon that day, I told people, j'ai oublié mon parapluie. That means I forgot my umbrella. They laughed, which I was grateful for. I met amazing people. I met amazing people who were ready to show me the city. I met amazing people who were calling over other amazing people to tell me where to take my 9-year-old son because that person had a 9-year-old daughter. it's just an instant connection into the community. So that was where it was held. We exchanged banners. This is the Lisboa Internacional banner. As you can see here, it has the flag of Lisbon on the bottom, the black and white with the castle in the middle, the famous trolley car. And as she mentioned to me, these colors here represent the continents where French is spoken. So it says Francophonie or Francofono Distritrio 1960. I don't know how to say that in Portuguese, but it was a really amazing experience. So if anybody ever has the chance to travel abroad and to to attend a meeting, please do. I was lucky enough to be at a dinner meeting where it was aperitif, and then there was a 3-course duck confit meal with wine service. So you never know what you're going to wind up doing. They also were generous enough to provide me with their fundraiser, which is it's a cartoon book that they created on the 100th anniversary of Paul Harris. They had these in Portuguese. They also had them in French. I opted for the Portuguese version, and I'm going to make my son learn Portuguese to read it. So I also told them that if they ever come up with an English version, we would love to purchase some because it's a really cool, artistic. There's cartoons in here and all kinds of stuff. So it's the history of Paul Harris. I will set it over on the back table if anybody wants to take a look at it. So that was my story from Lisbon. Now I would like to invite my father to come up here for a different sort of banner exchange. You've been to the meeting back at the old location, right? Probably. So you've been to a few meeting locations, but out of all the times that he's attended the meeting, we've never done a banner exchange for our own club. So
And there's a reason for that.
okay, there's a reason for that, and we're going to find out here in a minute, I'm assuming. But would you like to say a few words?
Yes. This banner presentation isn't nearly like the one you just watched there. This is a little bit simpler. But I have been to the club many times. I really enjoy coming to this club. I've never brought a banner before because I was hoping for the time that I could hand it to the president and it would be my son. So that's why I brought the banner this time. And my club I'm from Seminole, Florida. It's halfway down the state on the Gulf side, Tampa, St. Pete area. My club is the Seminole Lake Rotary Club. And we are about 50 members. Before COVID, we were about 39 to 40, 42. Since COVID, believe it or not, we are a plus 11. We've got a young group that has joined our club, which we really don't understand exactly what's going on, but we're very pleased that it is working out that way for us. But also, we've been doing a lot of fundraisers that have been very successful to the point where not only am I bringing a banner, but I'm bringing a $1,000 check to the Pinecrest Reservation Water Initiative. So my club will be presenting a check for $1,000 to you. Thank you, and I'll see you next year.
it's not often I get to follow my father at the podium. So can we roll the brew?
Now is the time to register for the 2022 District Conference, Friday, April 29th and Saturday, April 30th. It's at the hangar at the Stanley Marketplace in Aurora, where the old Stapleton Airport used to be. This year's theme is Empowering Youth. It will start off with a Friday social hour from 5 to 7:30 on Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 9 p.m. Interact, self-care and self-image, empowering boys and girls, human trafficking, wonderful opportunity to share ideas with your fellow Rotarians from almost 60 clubs across the whole Front Range area. It will be inspiring, lots of fun, and it will make you a better person as well. Lots of fun. Friday, April 29th, Saturday, April 30th. It is $150 per person for the entire weekend. If it's your first time attending, it is $95 per person. And there are even opportunities to just go to Friday, just go to Saturday to kind of pick and choose a la carte. For all the details and to register, it is www.rotary5450.org. Go ahead and register today.
Huh, that is a little bee. He must be here to remind us to be ready for tomorrow's spelling bee. It's at Platt Middle School at 7:30 a.m. Volunteers are signed up and ready to go. If you have any questions, talk to Norris Hermsmeyer.
Well, so long as we've got some time to kill, I think I'll have a beer.
We don't have no beer, just tequila.
What's tequila?
Yeah, it's like beer.
Is it fattening?
Fattenings?
Forget it. If it's like beer, we'll have some. 3 tequilas.
Sure, amigos. Enjoy yourselves. But try not to get into too much troubles, okay?
Trouble or not, Boulder Rotary is having their happy hour this Tuesday, April 5th, 4:30 p.m. at the Rio. Please come, hang out with your friends. It'll be a great time. Happy hour, Tuesday, April 5th, 4:30 p.m. at the Rio. Hope to see you there.
Last Saturday, Boulder Rotarians came out to watch the installation of a stone bench, a stone sculpture, and a kinetic sculpture. The stone bench and sculpture were made and donated by Boulder Rotarian Bob Sievers, and the kinetic sculpture was donated by Boulder Rotarian Gordon Yam. The installation is the accumulation of 3 years of planning and work by many Rotarians across a wide variety of our committees, including the Centennial Committee, Preserve Planet Earth, Peace Builders, Behavioral Wellness, World Community Service, and more. It all came together to add to the Infinite Walk of Peace. And stay tuned. The dedication will happen on April 22nd. That's Earth Day 2022. After a special program during our regular meeting, you'll want to be there for all the festivities.
It is not too late to pick up the book, The Sum of Us, What Racism Costs Everyone and How We Can Prosper Together, and participate in the quarterly Boulder Rotary Book Club. April 11th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. It will be at Phyllis Wise's home, although you can RSVP with Darla at the email on the screen. There will also be an opportunity to Zoom in. So buy the book, read it, and participate. Hope to see you there. Okay, this week's Rotarian on the Street is with past President Marty Evans. So this week's question, why is drowsiness listed as one of the side effects of sleeping pills?
Because drowsiness, why would you take sleeping pills when you could take melatonin or just have a scotch and soda and go to sleep and not worry about it?
So you're recommending alcohol instead of the sleeping pills. Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't think that's
No,
right.
that's what I'm hearing.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
I don't think that's appropriate in Rotary. No,
Okay,
we
then
don't.
what are you recommending if drowsiness is one of the side effects of sleeping pills?
Don't take a sleeping pill and stay awake.
Okay, you heard
Read
it.
a book or write.
Okay, read a book or write. Okay, we
Yeah.
got it.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Much, much better.
Okay, good deal, Marty Evans. Boulder High School and Fairview High School Interact Clubs have organized a Battle of the Bands fundraiser to support victims of the Marshall Fire. 7 student bands will be competing for store credit at HB Wood Songs, professional recording time at Coop Studios, and radio airtime on local station KGNU. There'll be Noodles and Company, Blackjack Pizza, and more during the intermission. All proceeds will be donated to the Boulder County Community Foundation Wildlife Fund. Friday, April 15th, the doors will open at 7 p.m. at the Boulder High School Auditorium. $5, payment at the door, cash or Venmo accepted. 7 p.m., Boulder High School Auditorium.
Continuing with the run of big thinkers and heavy hitters we've heard from recently, next week's program is Professor Meredith Mcgregor, CU Professor of Astrophysics and Planetary Sciences in the Astrophysics Department. I'm pretty sure you have to have a math degree to even walk through the doors of that department. Professor Mcgregor is a Carnegie Institute and Harvard-educated astrophysicist who studies potential habitability of planetary systems using multi-wavelength observations. Man, I hope she talks about how she does that. In her spare time, Professor Mcgregor designed an astronomy curriculum for Carnegie First Light program. That's a weekend science program for Washington, D.C. middle school students. She serves as a worldwide telescope ambassador, and she taught Science Club for Girls throughout most of her college and graduate school. Can't wait to meet Professor Mcgregor. Hope to see you there.
All together now.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Three Amigos. We actually had the Three Amigos on the brew from the Three Amigos, and we carefully coordinated the Rotarian on the street with today's program, in case anyone was wondering. Dr. George Russell, do we have birthdays?
Write a song for today. April Fools. I did. This is a song for a 103-year-old Rotarian, Boulder Rotary, who started April 1st, 1919. And it goes, happy birthday, Boulder Rotary, happy birthday to you. With love and respect for all that you do. On April 1st, you made your first twirl. How you have done things for the world. But Boulder Rotary, you're nobody's fool. Service above self is your greatest tool to encourage us all to be our best by following and using the four-way test. You've opened the door so that all can come in. The fellowship gathers to all of us friends. So we love you, Rotary, what more can we say? And we wish you another happy birthday. We do have, one of the reasons we have the Rotary Club is so people will get to know all the members of our club. We have a red badge member, Richard Jobson. Happy birthday. You want to say something?
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Everybody sit at the birthday table on your birthday or close to it.
Happy birthday. It's so great seeing a filled room here today, so thanks everyone for coming. Don't forget to use the RSVP system to reserve your meals for upcoming meetings. It's our way of keeping track and making sure that our numbers are matching up in the right ways, so be sure to make sure you use that. Thanks to past President Bill Meyer for greeting us at the door. Thanks to Kathy and Jerry for the desk. Thanks to Christina for promoting the raffle, and thanks to Cassidy, John, Vanessa, and Fred for meeting management. Also a special thanks to District Governor Ray Anderson for joining us today. Happy birthday, Boulder Rotary. Meeting adjourned.